After Opus of the Night, Martina Guo, yes please, and Camelot, thank goodness, provided another opportunity with Midsummer's Eve. Ooh, I like the fantasy vision of it. It's kind of Shakespearean, at least on energy, right, when I think about it. I've really been enjoying my ride thus far of Camelot. And coming off of that last number, Opus of the Night, which was so strong on its string use, its pacing, vocals, and vision, everything of it just clicked. It's my favorite on the album thus far. And I've liked the entertainment of The Awakening with you. As I've said, I'm fulfilling a promise I made with Camelot, not only, again, based on many of your recommendations, which I greatly revere down below, and you always are very faithful to provide that in almost every video I publish circulating around a European artist. You provide a number of names, and slowly but surely, I'm swifting my way through, and God willing, we'll get to most of them. We'll see. Camelot's just the latest feature, and they've been waiting in the wings for a bit. I'm grateful I'm finally bringing them on, though. I've had a great time with this group. It's been so much fun. The Awakening is an exquisite collection of art, and I hope you felt the same as we make our way through with 5 tracks in total thus far. Well, 4, because I listened to the introduction on my own, because it was an instrumental for the most part, but in total with you, we've experienced 4 of their works. Maybe for some of us, you're getting the perspective of somebody, if you're a knowledgeable Camelot listener, you're entertaining someone from a fresh lens, right, of familiarity. But for others, maybe you're having a simultaneous journey with me in deepening your understanding where you're still at an emergence point of Camelot. Or maybe you haven't heard them at all yet, and this will be your first entertainment. Get ready for a lot with Tina Guo, for sure, as a understandably celebrated cellist and erhuist, I believe is the proper title. She is impressive to entertain. I loved hearing the creativity again of that original work. I cannot get over how good Opus of a Night is. So Midsummer Night's Eve, I'm ready. Let's entertain it together. And such mastery in regards to the music scene. This is why I love covering music. Again, just universally, so much artistic capability here and vision. Man, I've said many times, I truly revere music as an art form, and I've wanted to bring it on for a grand number of years, and I'm making good on this in 2023, much more so than I thought I would be originally, in large part of first introductions. And with Camelot, I love the beauty of that. I love the beauty with the fellowship that comes along with music experience, if I can provide that in any way. Whether you're a familiarized listener or a first initiate, I hope we have a fun time together. I want to spotlight good art. Camelot 100% delivers on that. I know I'm early in my days with them, but man, I'm having a great time. So, Midsummer's Eve and Martina Guo. I can't wait to hear more of this. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the main song, wherever I put it, that came along with the album for this, track number 6 on its lineup. And as always, if you're not familiar with my coverage here, lyrics will be provided in the video physically or directly, and you'll be able to watch them. If you choose to read along the narrative of the piece, if that is something you'd like to do, those will be available alongside your listen to the song. Perhaps your first entertainment of it, or maybe your second or third, or maybe, you've heard it more times than that. I have no idea. We could be, again, approaching from a variety of different respects. For me, it's a first listen to the piece, and I can't wait to humor it with you. Maybe for some of you in that regard, it will be a shared experience. Let's see. But either way, I'm sure we'll have a fun time. Oh, softer number, maybe? Camelot kind of plays around a bit. I understood this with Shadow Theory. The dominant strings. Yeah, it's much softer.
Still unkissed,
at least so far.
Don't let your soul go to waste. Come pain, come grief, come precious relief. Memories fade in the dark. So come reverie.
That's a sweet vision.
An old-fashioned heart is a
the softness of the vocals and the blending of different inflection points. It's a beautiful choice.
Like a dream on Midsummer's Eve, I've come to sweep you away. 7 promises.
That climb on the key choice. Good idea. Adds a subtle element of tragedy. This definitely evokes a romantic fantasy mood. There's a beautiful poetry to its evolution, though, especially on lyrics.
Crossing the great ocean wide. Come endless nights, come wuthering heights. I dare you to walk by my side. So come sacrifice. The unselfish love is an offering worthy of life. Till the day I die, you'll be safe and free, like the evening breeze, like a
It's a really sweet number.
dream. On Midsummer's Eve, I've come to sweep you away. Seven promises in her hair like a crown, fit for a queen.
String instrumental, I'm here for it. So elegant. Just fittingly smooth. Oh my. What fabulous choices. I'm a big strings guy. What more could I say in terms of the triumph in this piece and the accomplishment of it? And Tina Guo's presence.
Autumn bids us farewell.
I love seeing this differentiation, by the way, in ability or capability. Well, it's kind of both.
Same old heartfelt words, just one last time, and the story will sound like a dream. On Midsummer's Eve, I've come to sweep you away. Seven promises in her hair like a silver crown, fit for a queen.
Such a sweet number. I love the line work of this. You know, I hope one day, because I don't know if it's happened yet. I don't think it happened at the last tour. I could be wrong. But as I said before, KAMELOT is going to be touring in the U.S. pretty soon this summer. I'm hoping I can go. I preferably don't want to go to Seattle, but it's the closest one to me. And, I'm like, I don't want to miss KAMELOT. It'd also be my first taste at a European talent live, which would be so cool. Because I've been saying for a while, like, I'd love to go see so many of these bands I cover live. It won't just be KAMELOT either in terms of the European attribution. Let's speak about European directly. Zondria is going to be the opener. And there's another group as well I'm going to try and inquire on before the concert happens. We'll see if I can get to that in the time frame. But, man, I want to go. Zondria? I love Zondria. Not to spin off here. I'll come back to KAMELOT, yes. But it's kind of regards them because there's a tour they're going to be on. But, oh, man, I hope I get to go. I hope I get to go. We'll see. Oh, that'd be such a fun experience. But, as I was saying, with KAMELOT's live shows, I don't know if Tina Guo has toured with them. That would be so cool to watch that live. Both numbers. With Opus, I love, by the way, like I said, the point of differentiation between the two pieces. You have one that's much rougher. Mainstay KAMELOT, from my understanding, though, they do play around. This is evidenced, again, by Shadow Fury. Or the Shadow Fury. This is much more like a soft fantasy poem, in a way, like a romance poem. That's what comes across. It's just so beautiful. I'll make a dream of Midsummer's Eve. I've come to sweep you away. Seven promises in her hair like a silver crown fit for a queen. It's so beautiful. And the possessiveness of the end line, queen of mine. Just, oh my gosh, it's so darling. But the strings basis, again, softer, elegant. It's just, it's a breath right in the album, which again has been mostly hard. And the last track offered... So I was questioning, like, this, it was much more of, like, again, like I said, this is a softer tune to mesh, again, that fantasy vibe with the string use, which might be familiar at symphonic ventures. That instrumental break, again, like I said, first introduction to Tina Guo, and I love that. Well, second, technically, with Kamelot, but if it weren't for Kamelot, I probably wouldn't have been introduced to her yet. Maybe at some point soon. I consider myself quite honored being able to be like, now I'm a familiarized listener in part to her talents. I love strings. I love symphonic metal. And anything that comes in the way of what Tina Guo was able to establish with such beautiful identity and choices. Because that instrumental, you know, as I've said many times, I'm a music connoisseur. I don't have a musician's background other than about 5 years of piano as an elementary student. I just listen for good art. And music always delivers on that in such satisfying ways. Strings used, though, I fall in love with it. Man, like, again, that's, I think, a fitting response to this piece, which is all centered around, like, this romance, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I fell in love with it, so I guess effect works. That's what you were going for. I don't know. You know, I think it's pretty easy to sway me, especially when it comes to anything of romantic energy. That's for sure. I'm a helpless romantic. Anyway, I loved it. That's such a pretty piece, isn't it? So beautiful. Man, just again, that string use and the overall tone to it, the vision. It's a beautiful fit to my interests. And it shows, again, Tina Guo's wide ability of application. It's not just, again, in a rougher integration, a part of what Kamelot can, from my understanding, again, what's been more so a mainstay on The Awakening, largely do. She can also do softer, sweeter, more whimsical noises on part of it. Beautiful cello use. Just great to entertain. And maybe, again, like I said, the Erhu, I might have that wrong. I know she was credited as such. I'm like, that'd be kind of cool to hear how that'd be used in Kamelot, because that'd be a first introduction to that instrument as well. But, I mean, again, I can't speak to that. Many of you probably who are familiar with the instrument know what it sounds like in a better defined respect. You can welcome that in the comment section down below to clarify if you wish. I just love the vision of that piece on writing. It's so romantic and touching, and on strings use, beautiful application, the vocal layering, and the higher inflections, the structuring on Tommy's precisions on that respect. Beautiful to entertain. I hope you had a great time with it too. I'd love to hear your response down below, especially in conjunction to your angle of approach. First, listen of Kamelot, long-time listener, I'd love to hear about it down below. It's a great piece. Again, like I said, it has a great placement as a break from 4 rougher pieces. Maybe we'll segue back into that. I'm not exactly sure. Blood Moon is the next one. That's kind of an ominous title, but it could maybe echo a softer energy. Let's see. We'll look at that together again as we make our way through The Awakening as promised, and I do keep my word on things. I certainly will with Kamelot. It's been wonderful thus far. 5 tracks in. This is a great album. I love the construction of it, and I can't wait to dig deeper with you. And maybe in the future, with Tina Guo, I'll have to look into again what else she's done, but I'd love to hear more from her. That was impressive. Her strings application is, for me, among the likes of my favorability towards, others in the symphonic scene, or anything that integrates strings. Rusanda Panfili being a comparable, I guess, in the European regard and attribution to Kamelot, and recent appearance on this channel, Tina Guo also. Just beautiful to hear as an individual artist. And a perfect fit with Kamelot. Who, if the time ever came for a live show, I'd love to see the two perform together. For Opus of the Night and MIDSUMMER'S Eve, those would make exquisite live performances. That'd be incredible to witness. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.